NieR Automata has finally come to the Nintendo Switch, and that's something that, honestly, when the Switch came out back in 2017 was something you never thought you'd ever see. I mean, we knew the Switch had limitations, and over the years, we've seen companies pretty much, work voodoo magic to be able to make, AAA games for like the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and even games that are coming out now to be able to work on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, there are going to be caveats, and many have not even bothered and just made them either not available on the Nintendo Switch or they would make it a cloud version. I guess because it's easier. I don't know. But nonetheless, Square-Enix was like, okay, hold my beer. Let me go ahead and put this masterpiece on the Nintendo Switch. And that's what we're talking about today. I had the opportunity to play this on the Nintendo Switch, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. Is it the best way to play? Maybe, maybe not, but we're going to dive into that and so much more in this video. Before we kick this video off, I want to give a huge mahalo to Square-Enix for providing a review copy of NieR Automata, the End of YoRHa edition for Nintendo Switch. This is something which, if you've been a fan of the channel for a while, the first game that I reviewed was NieR Automata back in 2017, and it's crazy that I'm reviewing it again. I've reviewed it on the PlayStation, I've reviewed it on Steam, I've also reviewed it on the Xbox One when that version came out. And it's pretty cool. I'm back again reviewing it. So we're going to talk about the performance, the graphics, what's new and what's not in this video. So if you enjoy the content I put out for reviews, impressions, live streams, podcasts, and so much more, make sure you like the video, sub to the channel if you haven't already, ding the notification bell, that way you stay up to date on all the content I put out. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and dive into his review of NieR Automata, the End of YoRHa edition for Nintendo Switch. NieR Automata takes place in the year 11,945, approximately 8,585 years after NieR Replicant. There's an ongoing war between humanity's army of androids and machines that are from an alien race that invaded the planet some hundreds of years ago. Due to the war, humanity has hidden themselves away on the moon while the androids of the YoRHa organization try to reclaim the planet for them. We're introduced to two androids, 2B and 9S, who are flown to Earth to take out a new wave of machines with their military unit. What they come to discover is that the machines are starting to become more self-aware and advanced and are starting to emulate humanity. During their journey, 2B and 9S come to learn more about the machines, their origins, their creators, the fate of humanity, as well as their own preordained destinies and the very inevitability of fate itself. What I love the most about the narrative of Automata is in how it deep dives into the psychology of what it means to be human, what it means to be alive, the importance of culture and history, the futility of prejudice and hate, and ultimately what do we want to leave as our legacy, as we're all gonna die. So like, our legacy is to prove that we once lived on this planet and not be lost and forgotten by time. The narrative is incredibly strong and is one that will stay with you a long time after the credits have rolled. I mean, the game came out in 2017 and we're still talking about it here in 2022. That goes to tell you that longevity is very much with this title. I mean, also, if you talk about NieR Replicant or NieR Gestalt or the original NieR that came out in the West, that came out in 2010, and we still love that game to today. So yeah, this franchise, it sticks with you. Gameplay wise, Automata is an action RPG that plays much like other Platinum games, hack and slash titles like Bayonetta and Astral Chain, where it focuses on hack and slash combat, although it does change up the formula several times where it will be either a shmup or what you would call a shoot 'em up and more. You have a light and heavy attack along with the ability to dodge and utilize your support pod to shoot energy blasts, allowing you to have ranged attacks. You can string together various combos by mixing up your light and heavy attacks along with using your support pod to glide around the battlefield. If you time your dodge right before an enemy hits you, then you will execute a bullet time or witch time like evasion dodge that slows time for a short period of time, allowing you to either get in a few hits or get away to reassess the situation and get your bearings. Aside from the combat, you will traverse across numerous locales, level up and gain new weaponry, and unveil the mystery of the world around you. You will come across the destroyed remains of androids in the field that you can either collect chips from or repair, and they go on to become an ally of yours to fight alongside you. There are hacking segments that will play out like a shmup, and you'll need to clear out sections to continue onwards, and this becomes more apparent, this section of the hacking in gameplay, when you get to further playthroughs. So what comes with the Nintendo Switch version, and is anything new, you may ask? Well, you get the previously released DLC that added 3 additional costumes from NieR Replicant, along with 3 additional Colosseums that give you some additional stuff to do. As far as story content, there's nothing new that's added here. What is new is the motion controls added for attacking. When you swing the Joy-Cons, you will either attack or dodge, as swinging the right Joy-Con attacks while swinging the left Joy-Con dodges. While it isn't anything revolutionary, it is something technically new and unique to this version of the game. Graphically speaking, Automata runs perfectly smooth on the Switch in handheld mode at a stable 30 frames per second at 720p, which looks extra crisp if you happen to have a Switch OLED. In docked mode, the game is still at 720p at 30 frames per second, however, it becomes quite noticeable of what all was needed to be scaled back to get this running on the Switch, and ultimately this ends up looking rough around the edges when played on a TV or monitor. Other things of note is how the game has occasional glitches when docked that can result in 2B freezing in place mid-combo and then fast forwarding to the next flow of the combo. Other issues are when playing in handheld mode, the text and even objects can be a bit too difficult to see and aren't scaled well. Those issues aside, Automata on the Switch is a game that the majority will find themselves playing in handheld mode due to the overall experience being vastly superior on other platforms. I would say that this is the best way to play the game portably. However, I have to say that if you have a copy of the game on Steam and you have a Steam Deck, then that is the best way to play the game portably and thoroughly trounces this Switch port. If the Switch is your only portable or only console, then this isn't a bad way to play the game at all. It's just not the ideal way for one to play. NieR Automata, the End of YoRHa edition, is one of the best games to come to the Switch that combines phenomenal combat with a gripping and thought-provoking story, and while the trade-offs for all that greatness that it brings are minor when you look at the fact that this game is even able to run on the Switch at all, it just puts everything in perspective. While it may not be the best way to experience this masterpiece, being able to play NieR Automata on a Nintendo platform is a gaming experience that you shouldn't pass up. And that's it. That's the review for NieR Automata for the Nintendo Switch. Again, mahalo to Square-Enix for providing the review copy of the game. So with that being said, what are your thoughts on NieR Automata for the Nintendo Switch? Is this something you're looking at picking up? Do you also have this on Steam and playing on a Steam Deck? And would you like to see a cross comparison between the 2 different versions? Whatever your thoughts are, let's go ahead and get the conversation going in the comment section below. And if you want to pick up a copy of this game, I will have Best Buy and Amazon affiliate links down in the description below as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you sub to the channel, ding the notification bell, that way you stay up to date on all the content I put out. And also, if you want to go a step further, we do have channel memberships and Patreon with everything that goes into this channel, basically going into making this a better overall experience for everyone. And with all that, that's a wrap. That's the video. Hope to see you in the next one. Stay safe, be blessed, and I'll see you around. Peace.